Let's continue our look now into Ableton Live's three generic file browsers here. We're going to focus in primarily on two areas, some of the preset locations and also how to create your own locations to get to quickly, and then the search function. So let's look now at all the presets that come, and as I've mentioned, we're going to keep file browser number 1 at the library location. But I'm going to file browser number 2 and let's explore some of these defaults. The second one is the current project, and what we would see now would be any waveforms, new clips, etc. settings that we've saved with this current project or current live set. Now again, if you're following along, this is a brand new live set, and so you can follow along no problem. The second preset would be your desktop, and this gives you access to any files or folders that you've put on your desktop for quick access. The next one is all volumes. This basically gives you access to any hard drives / partitions that are currently connected to your computer. You can see I have several here. One of my hard drives is divided into 4 partitions, and this makes it look a very long list. And then finally at the bottom we have the home folder location, which takes you directly to your file structure. Particularly useful if you're sharing your computer with other users. Now let's go back and explore all volumes. And I'm going to dig in now, and I'm going to go to 01, unfold with the triangle, go to my system library folder, then audio, then Apple loops. And the great thing about having a Mac is that I have several loops that came with GarageBand. So as you can see now, as I've unfolded several triangles, we're starting to get way over in this view. And I can open this out for more access, but that's really kind of counterintuitive to working over here in the session view. So I've got my location. I'm simply going to double click now. And that folder has become my parent folder where everything is now. So anytime I come back to File Browser 2, that's there. We've seen that before. But what I can also do is bookmark the current folder, or say I want to store this location so I can quickly get to it right down here. Now let's go down to 3 and I'll show this process again. This time I'm going to a folder called Mags, which is copying some samples, etc. that I've gotten from magazines. DVDs included magazines, so I'm going to open that up. Go into one called FM 198, and let's say I want to check out some of these stomp folders down here. I'm going to double click on this, and now it becomes my root folder, and I can start exploring. So let's check out some of these effect sounds. So you can see I can quickly get access to these. This would be a great way of working if I've got this new disc and I don't want to explore these sounds for a while. I can store this as my permanent location for 3, so that now as I work on here I can quickly get to any of these right away. And again, anytime I find something I like, I can simply drag it over and put it onto an audio track. Now these are straight waves, audio waves, so I know I can drag them onto an audio track / channel in the mixer. So now I can explore these quickly. Okay, so we can see now that we've got access to these locations very quickly. We can store them, bookmarks. Also, if you've got one that you don't like, I'll go ahead and bookmark this. Let's say that once I'm through with this, I'm at that bookmark. I also have the option to remove that current folder from bookmarks. So after I'm through exploring this new set of samples, waveforms, I can remove it knowing I'm not coming back here. Now let's get back to the search folder. I'm going to go back to all volumes for this. I'm going to do this search, find something, and I can say search for drum. Now what we'll find is that it'll take quite a while because you can see currently I'm searching all volumes. And as certain clips, audio waveforms are being found according to tag or information associated with those files, that we get a long list, and we use our scroll bar over here to search around and find any of these different things. That's a pretty cool groove. I'll drag that out. notice that it pulled live into its own tempo, so it had a tempo memory there. So again, you could even go further than this. If you're creating your own drum kit, you can search for the word tom. I'm going to stop this, go strictly to the library, number 1, and now I'm going to search for toms. Now any audio file or clips that have the word tom associated with them, and this is not necessarily in the name, sometimes it's in the tag information, but we can start to find actual waveforms. Electronic tom. So you can quickly build drum sets if you're in Impulse creating your own drum kit, or in drum racks. You can find specific drum sounds and drag them over to your device. Okay, so don't be afraid to use your search capabilities here. They're fine. Go for the search, and when you're completed, you click on the X to complete that search. Alright, so next we'll take a look at the hot swap capabilities within the file browsers over here.